If the so-called Maryland man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, was MS-13. According to the Attorney General of the United States, she posted that the evidence shows Kilmar Abrego Garcia has repeatedly been identified as a member of MS-13 by a Maryland County Police Gang unit, which I introduced for the record, a reliable confidential informant, ICE officers, an immigration judge agreed, and an appellate board agreed.
Without
So you have, is that a court order?
Objection.
Well, I object.
No, she can put anything she wants in the record. She's not complying to your request, Mr. Goldman.
She asked for unanimous consent.
Okay, so you're objecting to her putting that into the record?
I am objecting subject to a clarification. Is that a court order that establishes that he's a member of MS-13?
An immigration judge agreed that he was MS-13.
For bail purposes.
An appellate board agreed.
Don't misrepresent.
Hold on.
A judge.
Okay, Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman, critics saying he had a meltdown after Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene shared evidence that the El Salvadoran National Democrats are defending. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an MS-13 gang member, according to multiple judges. Let's welcome to the show DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin is back with us. Tricia, it's great to have you back on the show. When you heard this, what was your reaction?
Liz, it was so stark in that hearing room. It was truly a microcosm for the rest of the country. You have Secretary Noem under President Trump's leadership. She's the voice of the American people. She's fighting for Americans, American victims. And then you have the Democrats on the other side so passionately, so vehemently fighting for an MS-13 gang member, a known human trafficker, a known wife beater. It's pretty alarming. And I think Secretary Noem said it so well when she said, wow, it must be horrible to be your constituent, to Dan Goldman, when he's fighting for a terrorist to come back on U.S. soil.
You know, Tricia, also let's move to this, what happened at the Supreme Court today. The White House today made arguments at the Supreme Court to stop judges doing nationwide injunctions to block the Trump White House. You know, this is about what's being called radical district court judges who are subverting the will of the American people. There are 6 injunctions total issued against the second Trump White House, 64 in his first term. Obama only had 12. George W. had 6. Biden had he had about 22. So this is about, the birthright citizenship case. But can we talk more about what the White House is facing with these judges nationwide as the president is trying to fix the American national security crisis with the border collapse?
Liz, you're absolutely right. President Trump has faced a historic number of injunctions, but we're not going to let up. We've still had an amazing, really phenomenal border, down 95%, but we want to get those ICE arrest numbers up. And the Alien Enemies Act, expedited removal, those are just a few tools in our toolkit. And we will continue to get those ICE arrest numbers up. But these activist judges, I mean, you heard about the judge out of Wisconsin who let a convicted human smuggler hide out of the side of her courtroom. These are people who are taking on un-American and very disturbing actions.
Yeah, and that judge pleaded not guilty to that today. Tricia McLaughlin, thank you so much. It's great to see you.